Developing story this morning. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar attacked at a town hall last night.
Congresswoman Omar is okay. She was not injured. We also know the person accused of spraying her has been arrested. This unfolded very quickly. Take a look.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
So as you just heard, the Congresswoman had called for the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to resign when a man jumps up from his chair. That man involved is now in the Hennepin County Jail and could face assault charges. Local police say he sprayed the substance using a syringe, but haven't said what was sprayed. We know the Minneapolis forensic scientist did respond to the scene. Security quickly took him out of the room. Now, her staff tried to get Omar to get checked out, but she insisted on continuing in the bench, saying that they are not going to get away with it.
Here is the reality that people like this ugly man don't understand. We are Minnesota strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw us.
Court records show that the suspect only has traffic convictions in Minnesota, including a 2010 DUI.
Records also show he has filed for bankruptcy 3 times, most recently in 2019. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz responded to the attack, posting on X saying he is glad Omar is safe, adding, quote, "Our state has been shattered by political violence in the last year. The cruel, inflammatory, dehumanizing rhetoric by our nation's leaders needs to stop immediately." And Republican Representative Nancy Mace from South Carolina also denounced the assault. She said she's deeply disturbed by the attack. Quote, "Regardless of how vehemently I disagree with her rhetoric, and I do, no elected official should face physical attacks." Now on the latest, the deadly shooting of Alex Preddy, a memo to Congress, members of Congress revealed new details about the timeline of the shooting.
The Customs and Border Patrol says it reviewed body camera footage from Sunday. The memo says that a federal official tried to get Alex Preddy and a woman out of the road. It says when they didn't move, an officer pepper sprayed them. The memo does not mention Preddy brandishing a gun, but he does say Preddy resisted being taken into custody. During a struggle, a federal agent yelled, "He's got a gun," multiple times. About 5 seconds later, 2 of the agents fired their weapons. Now here's what a witness who recorded the encounter said about the incident.
I mean, I watched him die. I remember him arching his back and his head rolling back, and it was so fast moving, but not for me.
Federal memo says that after the shooting, one of the agents told the others that he had Preddy's gun. The investigation is being led by Homeland Security. The Trump administration's border czar, Tom Homan, is the new leader of the federal immigration operation in Minnesota.
So on Tuesday, Homan met with Governor Tim Walz, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, and Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara. We're told they talked about ways to scale down the immigration enforcement operation. President Trump added Homan's arrival and the replacement of Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino is a sign of de-escalation. President Obama first appointed Homan for immigration work in 2013. In a new statement, Homan said, quote, "While we don't agree on everything, these meetings were a productive starting point, and I look forward to more conversations," end quote. Another case that's captured global attention, a preschooler detained by ICE with his father. The newest update, a federal judge blocked the deportation of 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father, at least for now. So that's the newest information as far as the father and son are concerned with this immigration case as it plays out. Federal officials say they cared for the boy after his father abandoned him to run from ICE last week. Columbia Heights school leaders dispute that, claiming agents used the child as bait to try to detain other family members. We've also learned that Texas Democratic Congressman Joaquin Castro is planning to visit the family in the facility where Liam and his father are being held to meet with them.
Now, despite the change in leadership in Minnesota for Operation Metro Surge, the federal crackdown continues.
Taking him to Whipple and give me his ID. Leave her.
ICE arrests like this are still taking place in Twin Cities neighborhoods, even with word of a rollback. In northeast Minneapolis, 2 men were taken into custody in a parking lot. The woman and her daughter in the back seat were not taken. Now, she says the 2 men were her husband and her cousin, that they were undocumented, and she wanted to go with them. Woman told us that she's also undocumented, doesn't have a job, only her husband does, and now she doesn't know what she's going to do. Now, coming up in our next half hour, we will hear from the family of the veteran in the video of Alex Preddy that has been seen around the world.